Randi Quakenbush. I'm the Advocacy and Education Manager with the Food Bank of the Southern Tier.
I'm Lydsey, Lyman. I'm the Community Education Coordinator with the Food Bank of the Southern Tier.
I found out about the NLI program because I went through the 8-week foundational NLI training series here at Cooperative Extension, and I wanted to kind of do a deeper dive into some of kind of the methodology around leadership development.
I would say the most challenging part for me was just having my assumptions be challenged. Like, I think that's what happens with a lot of folks when they go through this kind of training. And so I kept thinking I was, kind of like, oh, I know about this stuff. And then I would be like, oh, hadn't thought of it that way. And, so wanting to participate and still knowing that, like, there was a lot to learn. So there was definitely, my assumptions were challenged a lot.
So prior to participating in the NLI training, I had a kind of theory around the importance of who should be participating in our work. But I think that training gave me kind of a foundation and some language to think more clearly about it, and also ideas and resources to take back to our organization to kind of spread that theory. Because in the past, a lot of the work at the food bank has really centered around the needs of our volunteers and our partner agencies, and not so much the folks that come to receive food assistance from us. And this sort of methodology, or thinking about who are we actually working for, what leadership should be incorporated into our planning, it's kind of been spun on its head a bit in the last few years. We've really been thinking more intentionally about engaging people that come to us for food assistance, not just as passive recipients of services, but as people that have all sorts of knowledge and insight into our program planning and even deeper issues like root causes.
Before the training, I think we kind of thought of this as like, this is important work, but it's extra work and it's sort of a peripheral thing. And since then, it's become even more of our focus and has been thought of as like, this is the critical thing, this is the work to be doing. It's not extra work, it is the work.
For me, one of the things that I still refer to this day is the notion of a 5% shift, and how it can be really overwhelming to kind of learn of a new framework and approaching your work, and you say, oh my God, have we been doing anything wrong this whole time? How do we transform it? You can't do it overnight. And Margot talked a lot about, what is a 5% shift you can do in your organization this year? And for an example, I think the year right after we did the NLI training, we did a series of focus groups with people that come to us for food assistance, and that was kind of the shift that year. And then the next year we started our own leadership training and public speaking program at the food bank, so that was a shift. And then last year we had somebody with lived experience join our board of directors, so we're always kind of thinking, what's the little thing we can do each year to move us this way? And it's great to kind of think back of, it's been 4 years since we went through this training, and now we've 20% shifted in our organization. And it's been a huge impact, and it helps you kind of step back and be like, okay, this isn't as overwhelming or like drastically, shaking things up as it could seem at the beginning. It's just like those small things that you do. Anybody who is in a field where you think or say that you're working for people, I would say this helps you think about working with people, and it helps kind of remove some of that paternalism and kind of top-down thinking in terms of who knows what's right. And it's helping us even shift to say, like, we are serving people or are we working with people.